Hey everyone, welcome to day 5 of my podcast. And if you're watching us on YouTube, this is the fifth in the series. But don't worry if you're not watching them in order, because these all stand alone. But what I wanted to talk today about was actually sales versus marketing when it comes to kind of marketing online. So it's kind of a bit of an oxymoron, that, isn't it? We're talking about marketing online, so wouldn't it be marketing, not sales versus marketing? But when you are, as a business owner, when you are kind of marketing yourself online, there's two main approaches which you can take, and that's either to create all your content that's based around marketing or create content that's based around sales. And you'll see this competitiveness, which is very much at the forefront of people that are selling products and services. Definitely these like get quick rich schemes I've been talking about all week, if you've been following me, and also a bit with the ethical marketing. So do you go in for the jugular with everything that you that you're talking about? So you create a Facebook ad and it's got huge long form text and the image of you like smiling or holding a book, and I've seen this a million times, and it's like, download now, like for £49, my winning formula to get £5,000 within the next 7 days. And again, I talked about ethical marketing in yesterday's podcast and yesterday's video. And that's very much sales based marketing, where you're not going for that cushion approach. You're not going for that nurture or that lead. You're going straight in for the jugular, buy my product. And this, it works a lot on, and not works, it's done a lot on LinkedIn as well, particularly when people message you. Quite often I'll get messages and I'll get some that say, hey, good to know, good to talk about you, do you want to have a conversation, things like that. And I suppose that is sales based marketing. You're going straight for that sales approach. Let's have a meeting so I can sell you something. And for me, I don't like sales based marketing. And the reason I don't like it is because, well, actually, I think the reason I don't like it is, one, because I don't like things pushed on me. And two, I'm one of these people that love the discovery of things. And if someone suddenly messages me with a sales-based thing, I kind of get a bit off-put by it. Saying that, actually, like yesterday, when I did the ethical marketing podcast and video and I put it up there, weirdly, I got an email from someone who does video SEO going, hey, seen your videos. And they took a screenshot and got the views and put a circle around the views of how many, the SEO score of how many, again, said, do you want me to SEO your video? And I'm like, even though I don't like the sales-based approach, occasionally, as I said yesterday with the ethical marketing, I don't like it when people scrape your data and suddenly message you unexpectedly. But if they can time it right, and if they can make it so like I need it, knowing I want it, then I'll be like, I'm going to buy that. I need that. And literally within the space of 10 minutes, like I had bought his product to optimize some of my videos, some of the videos that you're watching. Now, I can optimize my own videos. That's not an issue. But while I'm making so many videos and while I'm creating all these blogs and everything like that, and I'm up in the scales, up in the marketing, I figured, I'd just get someone to help get me started on it. And do a couple of dozen videos as we go forward and see where it goes from there. So, I'm telling you, I don't like sales-based marketing and like scraping data. And I bought something from someone yesterday based on the whole thing that I don't like because it was so well timed. But in general, I don't like the approach. And I don't like doing the approach because I don't like suddenly hitting someone with that. I like the marketing approach because also there's an element of vanity to it where I can keep on passing this information and I can keep giving them information that they need, which makes me feel good because I'm like, yeah, I know this. I'm going to keep giving you it. I'm like, here's more. Here's what, like, sometimes I have to remember to actually ask for the sale. So I'm like, with social media, here's one post, here's another post, here's another post, here's another post. Ask for the sale now. Come on. you know, you've been posting for ages about a topic, so make sure you ask for the sale. And that's what I like doing. So when it comes to sales versus marketing, in selling online or marketing online, I like marketing more than sales. Maybe that's just because I am a marketeer. You know, I've been brought up 20 years in the marketing business. You know, I've got a really good friend of mine who's a salesperson. They love sales. They were born and bred a salesperson, and completely different. They do the marketing, but they love the sales. And if they knew they could convert by just doing the sales, they would just go in for the sales-based approach all the time. So I guess a lot of it is who you are. And maybe you've got to understand, well, not maybe you've got to also understand who it is that you're targeting. Because like if you're selling a product that everyone currently needs, you can go in with that sales-based approach, because you know people have already done their research elsewhere, and you know they're ready to buy. So if you can nip in there, and when that product doesn't matter too much about who you are, like, then also it's a bit of an easier sale. So like if someone's buying a TV and they know like they want a Sony TV, and they've done all the research on the Sony TV, and then you know they've been looking, and the TV they want is £800, and then you pop in with a TV for 720, you know, and you got good reviews and things like that, then they don't need to know too much about you to get to buy that product from you. But as a consultant, as a marketing company, you know, we're going to be working one-on-one quite a lot. And because of that, I suppose they need to know more about me. They need to know my skills, my experience, but in a way that they know what they're going to get. There's no point me sat here going, yeah, I've been doing 20 years worth of marketing, and I can do websites, I can do email marketing, I do social media, and I'm brilliant at all that. It makes no difference to them whatsoever. So when I'm doing my marketing online, my marketing approach, I always got to make sure that it's relevant to them. And I think taking the marketing approach helps a little bit more with that ethical marketing that I talked about yesterday, you know, because most of the ethical marketing comes from scraping data, you know, when people scrape data and send you random emails and things like that, which I brought from, but let's put that part of that to one side. You know, when it comes to marketing, but with the online marketing versus online sales, with online marketing, you know, you're not doing that scraping data to try and target people. You're taking the slow organic approach with your marketing to slowly drip content in. And all you got to do is make sure that your content is ethical. So, you know, you're not promising stuff that you can't deliver in order to get custom, which it is very much a personal attribute. You know, if you're not that type of person, you just won't do it. You won't be that, you won't do it anyway, which I expect people to be. So, you know, when it comes to online sales versus online marketing, if you do the marketing, it helps with, for me, the ethical approach as well. Because when you do an online sales, you're more, I think you're more pushed into making sure that you get those conversions. You know, for me, I just want to see my reach, my views, my hits going up. But if I was doing online sales, I know at the end of the day, I need to keep on hitting a certain amount of conversions, a certain amount of sales. So yeah, so online marketing helps with that. And the other thing as well is, as I say, when it comes back to the vanity side of things, I like that being vain, like putting stuff out there and going, yeah, look at me, look at me. I openly admit it, but I also do have that imposter syndrome as well, which kind of I want to break down. So by doing online marketing, it helps with that. So there's a lot of things why I prefer online marketing as someone that is selling, or as the agency, as the business. Now, as a customer, again, I like for online marketing because I like to take the slow approach with everything that I'm doing. Now, like, I'm trying to buy a child's climbing frame, and we're looking probably about the £1,200 to £1,500 mark. We want quite a big one, and you know, there's lots out there, and I can go ahead and buy one, and I can base it on price and things like that. But I've been looking now for 3 months, and I keep on looking at them, and I purposely look at stuff on Facebook so I get retargeted with that type of stuff. I like that. I was having a conversation with my friend, the salesperson, and you know, we're talking about the future, and when you go into a shopping center sooner or later, you know, you'll get in there, and then as soon as you walk in there, they'll pop up with saying, hey, you know, videos will pop up like saying, hey, I guess that you're looking for, the shop is down there on the left. And they'll use previous data about you and probably face technology in order to drive that. Like the Minority Report. If you ever seen that film, the Minority Report, it'd be like that type stuff. That's where we're going. And again, is that marketing versus sales? I guess that's more sales, actually, when they push you in that direction. Maybe this line is more blurry than what people think. You know, I can see the clear difference between the two, but I've been in this game a long time. But when I try and explain it, it's harder to explain the divide between the two than actually I probably realized. But yeah, so when you are marketing, though, you know, consider, what are you going for? Are you going for a sales-based approach, or are you going for a marketing-based approach? Are you looking to get those conversions every week? And if so, how are you going to go about doing that? Or are you looking for marketing to improve your marketing overall? For me, marketing wins because it's longevity. You know, sales, you're constantly trying to get something new every week or every day or every month, however you got your sales targets. But marketing, you can build that up, and then once you build that up, it's there to last longer, and you can just drip out content and information and subtle hints in order to get those people to buy. So I just wanted to finish off this week. If you're not watching these in order or watching these another time, that doesn't, you know, that won't make any sense. But finish off a bit more about the marketing and tying in the sales versus marketing, the ethical marketing, the imposter syndrome that I've been talking about. And what was the one at the beginning of the week? And how to get broke quick schemes, how to get rich schemes. I call them how to get broke quick, because sometimes that is that is kind of more what happens when you do create risk schemes. You end up more broke. And again, don't forget, marketing takes time. It really does. If you haven't seen that podcast or that YouTube video, do head back and watch that. It's an amazing video amazing podcast to listen to. And it really hits home that marketing isn't a quick fix. Marketing does take time. And it's very powerful when you get it right. You just got to keep it. And when I say time, I mean 6 months to a year to 18 months, according to how much you are doing. And again, I've advised a couple of books that you can read. I've continued reading it. That book, I got it on podcast, which is called what's it called? The one that I've been recommending this week. It's called From Nothing, and it's by Ian Pirable. So that has been a really good book for me to listen to, and even as me as a marketeer, it's helped me focus more on my efforts for these podcasts and videos going forwards. And I've almost finished that, and next I got a book ready to read, The Iceberg Effect, which again, affiliate marketing, which I'm looking forward to start reading. So lots going on. Keep reading, keep listening, keep watching these videos. You know, you got my opinion, you got other people's opinions and our experiences, and when you pick out the best stuff that works for you, you'll have a powerful formula in which will help drive your marketing forwards. But thank you so much for listening. Really appreciate it, and look forward to catching up with you again.